Hey there and welcome to the Weeb Lounge. I am Nick and this is Fantasia Rebuild. It is a very new gacha game that includes a lot of old school characters, like ones from Data Live, Slayers, and a whole slew of others, and somewhat trying to be a fake Grand Order clone as well. Now, I've been pre-registered to this game for a very long time, and I had a lot of high hopes to it, so let's see if those high hopes were justified. Right off the bat, there were a few characters that I want to get. Now, they got Lena Inverse in here, of course, one of my favorites, but also Chaika from Chaika the Coffin Princess, and luckily, I got her. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you guys are the gacha rates, and the gacha rates in this game are freaking horrible. Oh my god. If you want a 5-star character, 1% chance. Almost identical to Fate Grand Order. So your chances of getting a top tier character are pretty low unless you're going to start spending a lot of money. That's one thing that turned me off on this game right off the bat, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad game overall. You see, you got Toka here from Data Live, and there's a lot of other characters. These two I don't know of offhand. Got Rias Grammari from HighSchool DxD, whole bunch of other characters, especially Lena Inverse. I really want Lena, but I can't get Lena. I got Zelgadis. That's the only one of the Slayers characters I got. Amelia's in it too. Koneko. Now, this game, I mentioned that it was trying to be a lot like Fate Grand Order, right? Well, take a look at the party formation here. There is a little bit of a unique mechanic to it, but now, what it is you have your two characters you put here for your front line, and a support character you pull in from the friends list. Okay, just kind of like Fate Grand Order. You got a couple characters, boom. The back characters, now you notice there's 2 on the left and 2 on the right. There's this odd rotation mechanic in the game that I'm still getting used to, but it's kind of neat. I actually kind of like it. Now, you see up in the top left corner of every single one of them, that is their class. Now, essentially, they took an example from Fate Grand Order. You know how Fate Grand Order has Saber class, Archer class, Rider class, Assassin class, etc., etc. Well, they're kind of doing the same thing. You have like 3 in this group, 3 in this group, and some sub ones, kind of like a Berserker, Ruler, or whatever. I don't even have all the names memorized just yet. I know that Chaika's class is Shooter. I know this guy's class is Strider. Zelgadis' class is Penetrator. Yeah, they probably could have came up with a better name. I believe her class over here is Mystic, I think. Koneko's here is Crusher. I think hers is Trickster. I can't quite remember. I'm still getting used to this, but yeah, the formation is somewhat the same, but there's this rotation mechanic that I'll show you. Now, at the bottom here, you see these little things here, a little picture of Lena here eating bread, swords, that kind of stuff. That's effectively your craft essence, a little extra assist thing that you put on a character for some extra stats. And of course, there's a cost to forming your party. The bottom right hand corner here, you see the total cost. Well, each of the character has a certain cost to it, and the little craft essence, whatever they're called, those also have a cost to them as well. You can't go over. The higher player rank you are, better it gets. Now, the gacha system uses a premium currency, Fs. Press F to roll gacha. It's kind of a fail in my book. Now, I know Fantasia Rebuild. It's the F from Fantasia. That's what it is. But they keep awarding you Fs, and it seems like you get done doing a mission, a big F pops up saying you got 5 Fs. Well, did I just fail? What did I do? That's not what it is, but that's the feeling I get because, yeah, that's just me, I guess. Now, bottom right, you have your quests, and basically top left here, you got your world quests. Over here, you got kind of like your dailies and everything, which rotate out. And I'm just going to do an EXP one here real quick. This is the simplest one possible. And right now, it looks like I'm facing shooters, penetrators, and I can't remember what that one is. But I'll go ahead and get in here. One thing I'm going to find right off the bat is that this game, the load times really suck. Okay, it's like it has to load, then load. It loads the load, then you can play, and then there's loading. then you're done. It's I don't know. I'm just going to get Lena here. All right, so that's my group. Now these characters in the back, I'll show you the mechanic in just a moment. And another thing, this right down here, that little symbol that pops up once in a while, I mean, they need something to show that it's loading, because I've clicked this more times thinking, did I click it? Did I click it? Did I click it? And you might start thinking, but it takes forever. Okay, well, that's part of the review, load time. See, that had to load. Now this is loading. See what I'm getting at? And I'm playing on BlueStacks. I'm playing on a computer. I've got good fast stuff, and it's stupid. All right, well, this right here, essentially, there's your first three characters, and you can click each one to look at their abilities and such. And right now, see, that has a timer too, so I can't use it for another 2 turns. It's just not ready right off the bat. Hers is, though. Whatever that is. I believe it's like kind of an AoE. If I target the one in the back, it kind of splashes or something. I'm still getting used to it. Then you have Lena here. She has a kaboom, little boost. That's just a power boost or whatever. But if I go ahead and click all here, it'll just do an auto attack basically. Now, if I set it to do certain skills, it will do those. And that is just wreck that first wave. Okay, now you see here the gauges are charging at the bottom left of each of the character things. That's basically their Noble Phantasm if you're doing a Fate Grand Order equivalent. That's their special. And if you get multiple copies of the same character, it levels up just like Fate Grand Order. Gee, I wonder where they're getting all their ideas, to be honest. You know, that's... Oh, God. Okay. Now, you can set these to do in order that you want. So, you know, let's say I want this guy to go first. Double-click that, double-click that, double-click that. There you go. It'll do it in this order. Killed one. Yay. Now, the specials aren't terribly special. I mean, they do high damage. They do good stuff. But let me show you the rotation mechanic. Now, you press and hold and move. Oh, not that. You swipe basically left or right, and you can pull in these characters. Now, characters have rotation skills, which means when you pull them in, it'll do a little something. Exactly what that is, I ain't got a damn clue yet, but I know that Zelgatus puts up a pretty good buff. Zelgatus seems to be like pretty damn tanky, so, but also pretty hurty. Yeah. Now, they put their rotations, depending on their skill, they might cast it right away, they might cast it after the round. I don't know, I'm still going, but I'm going to rotate back to my main here, and I want to do a few targets. See, I'll target him, and I'm going to do her ultimate, which you hit the big old thing here. Put that there. And Lena, you can go ahead and do yours, which I believe is AoE. Everything going to die. Everything going to die. But let's go ahead and hit this to do the rest. And you might be looking right now, you're like, okay, the animation seems okay. But in all reality, watch the characters as they move. It's really short, simple, kind of generic animations. It's clear, but I'm not impressed with it by any means. It's definitely not any kind of like Fate Grand Order quality. All right, let's hit this button. Now Chaika is going to go ahead and do her sniper thing. Now look at her face. Look at her face. I mean, this honestly might be the most impressive one. Then you got Lena being all happy, doing the Dragon Slave. Okay, it's all right. Most of them are really generic. It's tiny bit of effort put into the Noble Phantasm Ultimates, whatever the heck it is. And it reminds me of a few other games that just recently came out, like Gacha, where like they really skipped on the animations. They really skipped on the quality. And this game, it was meant to be quality, right? And I'm not getting that feeling. Now this will pop up, say, hey, do you want to add? Well, this is a generic support, so I can't add that. These are all leveling material. You see a little class thing up there, like you get a bonus if you put it towards the appropriate class. That's all that is. Oh, and then it has to load to get back to the main thing, and then it sits here. Okay. Now, a lot of the mechanics are exactly the same as Fate Grand Order. Leveling up your character, use the proper thing, okay? Do the way the character is like special increases. You add multiple cards, it levels up their Noble Phantasm, quote unquote. Same thing. So basically, if you play Fate Grand Order or are familiar with it, you can get into this really easy. Really easy. And of course, they got skill leveling up material. But, you know, let's see. Let's pick up Zelgatus here. See if I can actually get a level on him. He's a penetrator, which I really wish they didn't use that. Let's see. I put those with it. I can get him up a level. Yay, Zelgatus level 37. And his cap was 30 until you fill in this. It's not a star. It's like an ascension kind of deal. Then you fill those up and you just get the materials in the game to do it. Fine, whatever. And, you know, these are all the characters that I have. But my God, something feels off about this game. Now, so far, it's okay. I don't want to say I'm having fun, which is a bad thing to say. But it feels like I'm being sucked in and I have to give it the benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep playing. But I don't know how long that's going to last. Especially with the absolute shite gacha rates. No game should ever be using 1% gacha rates anymore. I mean, Genshin Impact with that 0.6, at least there's that pity system. This does have a pity system, but it's so much worse. It is so much worse. I think you have to do, if I remember correctly, 35 10 pulls to get a pity to pick a character. That's a lot of money because I think it's $100 for like about 4 10 pulls or something close to that. You'd be spending some money. My God, you just like a grand or something? No, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell I'm spending that kind of money. Now, I haven't spent a dime on this game, and I don't plan to spend a dime on this game. A dime is too much if you ask me right now. But yeah, that gacha system, those rates need to go up. You can't be pulling the FGO kind of stuff. That's stupid. It's stupid. And apparently right now the friend system's broke. Okay? Like if you know somebody and give them trade the codes and everything, you can get it, but you can't pick up anybody at random right now. So the friend system's broke. It's either use the support it gives you, or you got to know somebody playing. Those are your options. There's no real social aspect to this game to try to find just random people to play with or pull in their support. They don't exist. So, well, I showed you guys like just kind of real quick the basic of combat and everything. Is there any PvP? Not right now. I have not seen any PvP. I mean, it could open up at some point later on, but I'm not seeing any. And this here is, you know, just like World and stuff. Well, I don't want to do that one. Is it going to load? Okay, hopefully it didn't load. World 0-0 is kind of like Lena Inverse's World or something like that, but there's skyscrapers and stuff, so it doesn't make any sense. But Lena Inverse is like the last boss, so what the hell is she doing here? I don't know. Apparently Lena Inverse is there's a big old city here, and then you go over here, Cathedral, and a ship. I don't know what the hell's going on. I really don't. I think the basic gist of the game is like world is in turmoil, it got all mixed up and stuff, and you're going around fixing things. Big Grand Order is pretty much, yeah. So yeah, it is, I guess, more of a ripoff than I give it credit for, using other characters from other anime. Okay. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean the game is bad. I'm still going through, I'm still experiencing it. But if I had to give an all-out review right now, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this one like a 6.5. You know, if I had to give it 1 to 5 stars, I give it like 3.5, something like that. It's not the greatest game, but they got room to improve. It's real early. Who knows? Maybe they'll tweak it and it'll get a heck of a lot better. With that, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. If you want to give this a try, you're going to have to use APK Pure, QO app, DMM, you know, whatever one of those programs it is. It is only in Japanese right now. And yeah, if I had to say, I don't know if the long-term viability of this game is there. The fandom's there, the characters are there, they just have to do them right, and hopefully they will. We'll see you in the next video.